Hi everybody, this is my first time recording my voice as I am driving my motorcycle. I made several videos about motorcycles, but I have never spoken in those videos. Actually, there are a lot of Japanese guys are doing what is called motovlog. Motovlog is basically recording their voice and what they see at the same time as they drive, and then they put the videos into YouTube and other internet medias to share with others. I've never done that. This is my first time. The reason why I want to do this is there are not a lot of people doing motovlog in English, so I just would like to do that so that I can introduce some of the sort of riding experiences for foreign tourists. Right now I think Japan is becoming sort of one of the popular destinations for foreign tourists, and I see a lot of tourists from overseas when I go to our major tourist spots or shopping area. But Japan is a great country for motorcycle riding, touring, because needless to say, we have major motorcycle manufacturers such as Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, and Kawasaki. So I think Japan has, sort of very special sort of culture has been developed among motorcycle riders here in Japan. So I would just like to introduce part of it for especially tourists from overseas, so that they can possibly ride a motorcycle in Japan and tour around. And so route number 2 started out from Tokyo, and it changes its name to route number 2, and then going further west. And I am actually driving near Kobe, which is about 30 kilometers from Osaka. And Kobe is a different sort of city from Osaka, but it's also sometimes considered to be a suburban area of Osaka, I think, because it's just takes 30 minutes or so from Osaka by train. And I am living somewhere between Osaka and Kobe. And today I am driving this national route number 2. Of course, I'm not gonna go all the way to Kyushu, which is maybe 600 kilometers from where I am. I am going to the place called Aioi. I don't know, this is my first time to go there, so I really don't know how it looks like. Wait, fire car came behind me. Okay, let it go. Or maybe it's not an emergency because it doesn't have a sound, the silent on. I think sort of very special culture among riders has been developed here in Japan, and whenever I go, for example, whenever I go out for riding, we greet each other even though we don't know each other. Even though when you're riding on your motorcycle, you just greet with others by raising your hand and just moving your head or something like that. And I kind of like it. And whenever you stop at the sort of rest area in the highway, we sometimes talk each other and we exchange our contacts, and it's really nice. So I just would like to introduce that experience for tourists from overseas. But I am entering the Kobe city right now. Oh, that firecar is still ahead of me. There are a lot of Japanese guys doing this type of motovlog in Japanese, but not a lot of people doing this in English. I found two, and actually one of them is from our Kansai area. His channel is called Kansai Rider, and another one is from Kanto, and his name is, I think, Manyo Cape or something like that. So our Kansai rider, I communicated a couple of days ago, and he said that he has opened up his shop, rental motorcycle shop, so the foreigner can rent a motorcycle. Of course, it's not limited for, you know, people from overseas, but I think he's American. He's familiar with the formalities, you know, what to do with the motor driver's license. So I just hope a lot of riders are going to come to Japan and experience motorcycle touring and just basically ride motorcycle in Japan. So right now I am crossing Kobe, and it is kind of bypass. So I'm not getting into the city itself. Kobe is our port area, port town. So this bypass is kind of like riding over it. So I'm just going over the city of Kobe. So between Osaka and Kobe are in this area a lot of this is basically the industrial area, because I don't know which comes first, because Osaka is the second largest city of Japan, and it's the center of Western Japan. So it has, there are a lot of commercial activities and business are ongoing. Therefore, this area is sort of, is the industrial area for sustaining that economy. But I don't know which comes first, because there were industries, then city has been developed, or the other way around. I'm not really sure. Because this area is our industrial area, actually in terms of ocean coast, there are much natural sort of coast remaining here. There are a lot of landfills and ports and piers. So where I'm heading today is sort of the end of the industrial area, and I've got information that there are some natural coastlines are remaining in that area. So I'm going to go to see that. So let's see. I have never been there, as I said. I am totally new to this area. Yeah, but without going there, there's no way that I can get to know the area. So just I decided to go there with my motorcycle in this beautiful Saturday. In terms of weather, right now it is winter in Japan. It's pretty cold, and right now I think it's about 4 or 5 Celsius. I don't know how much is that in Fahrenheit. So January, February, but this is not really the coldest. It's almost, though. I think the coldest season in Japan is sometime towards the end of January or the beginning of February. So but it's still, I think there are a lot of sort of jackets and the pants and gloves for the winter season, and which I am wearing, and I don't feel that much cold. Especially today is a sunny day, and I have seen a lot of riders on the road. So let me talk about my motorcycle a little bit. I bought this motorcycle in May last year, and since getting it, I have driven 5,026 kilometers at this moment. So it's about so it doesn't get to 1,000 kilometers per month, because it has been about 7 months after I got this motorcycle, and I drove 5,000, so in average of something like maybe 800 or so. 800, yeah. But this year I would like to drive my motorcycle as much as possible. So I really don't mind the distance or kilometers mileage that I'm driving, but I just want to go out many places out of Kansai area, from Kansai area. I just would like to get to know places, especially Japan is my own country, and I kind of don't know about it that much. So with this chance of getting our motorcycle, I just would like to explore my country and get to know about it better. As I told, I am not an expert motorcycle driver. I am just I have been driving this motorcycle since May last year, about for 7 months. But I found it's very nice because first of all, I can go many places, and second of all, I can feel sort of seasons when I'm driving motorcycle. And I also found that it is very nice to drive out in Kansai area compared to Kanto area. Of course, there are many places that I would like to visit in Kanto area, but in Kansai, like I'm living in a pretty big city, but if you drive like 1 hour or even less than that, you can reach to sort of a lot of touring spots, and you can see a lot of beautiful sceneries and natures. And so I'm still on National Route number 2. I think it gets a lot narrower after completely getting out from Kobe City. This is still I am on the outskirts of Kobe City, but I know this road is going to get a lot narrower. It's like 1 lane or 2 lanes. Okay, Akashi Bridge is getting really close. Very soon I will also drive underneath the Akashi Bridge. I think it's still the longest bridge in terms of the distance between anchors. But this is Akashi Bridge that, it's getting really close. That connects from Kobe or Akashi to another island called Awaji, and then to Shikoku Island, which is one of the major islands of Japan. So I think if I go a little bit more west, there is a bypass for route number 2, which is almost like expressway, starting from Akashi, which is the city that I'm entering right now. So let's see. Okay, from here I think we can go to our bypass for route number 2, which is kind of like an expressway, and I can speed up a little bit. and yet it's not really an expressway, so it's a toll free. Oh, here you go. I think I saw the bypass. Actually, this bypass, if you go right side, you can go to Kobe with an expressway, which I kind of avoided this morning because I wanted to drive on the regular road. But from here, number one, this part as bypass is considered as part of National Highway Route 2. And the second, I don't have to pay for it. So I am going to take this bypass. Wow, 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 this is really nice. Wow, look at this. My God. I've got to stop somewhere and then take photo. I don't know how far we can go.